All right. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Shane, back at it again. You know it. It's Truck Talk Tuesday. And, well, today, I've got a dilemma to talk to you about. You see, my friend Sean, who I do the podcast with, at Sean Malku, he invited my wife and I to the lake this past weekend. And, well, I think it's time. I think it's time for us to officially buy a boat. Not sure. And this is our dilemma. But yeah, so Truck Talk Tuesday. Should we buy or should we not buy a boat? Alright, welcome back to Truck Talk Tuesday. Before we get into it, if you're new to this channel, please give a little like and subscribe. If you're not new to this channel, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. And well, it's Truck Talk Tuesday, baby, and today I'm gonna discuss the dilemma I have right now. So Rachel and I both always get an itch whenever we get onto a boat. I think the last time we were on a boat was at my buddy's wedding in Okoboji, Iowa, and we were like, we've got to get a boat. It's got to happen. Didn't really take it too serious, and then, like I said before, old Sean Malku decided to invite us out on his boat and had a blast. He has a really nice boat, and I was like, man, this would be a way to really, you know, start a new hobby, if you will. It's not like I don't have enough expensive hobbies the way it is, but having a boat opens you up to so much more things to do in the valley. And like we've touched before on like the podcast and stuff, is that like going to the lake is a huge deal. It's like it's opening the world to the water sports. Life is just better on the water too. Let's be honest. Like, life is better on the water. And I think our biggest dilemma is, do we really want to, you know, afford, or can we afford one thing, to buy a boat? Because like then the question becomes, do you try to find a boat that you can pay all cash for? Do you try to like finance a boat? Do you know, since there's tons of people that have equity in their homes, and we have quite a bit of equity in our house, do we do a cash out refi and buy a boat and just wrap it into the house? There's so many different like avenues of way you could do it. So we're kind of in the middle of that right now. We're in the crosshairs, and looking at boat prices right now, it's kind of crazy because the things that you want, let's be honest, boats are freaking expensive. And why? I mean, there's a lot of technology and stuff that goes into these boats and stuff, but it's like, what in the hell is going on with the boat world? I think if you were to look at an entry-level, brand new wakeboarding boat by a decent, reputable company like Centurion or Axis, Mastercraft, or whatever, you're looking at spending probably minimum $70,000 for a brand new boat. That's like bare bone, no bells and whistles or anything. Like just stripped down to the bone, $70,000. Now, if you want to start tricking it out with all the cool bells and whistles, you're looking at $180,000, $200,000, $225,000. And if you really want to hit like the creme de la creme, like I call it the Ferrari of boats, the Pavati. Like, you cannot get any better than the Pavati. But that's like a $330,000 boat. Who in the hell is buying a $330,000 boat? That's all I gotta know. Like, it's not even like anything fancy. I mean, granted, it's actually super fancy. What am I saying? It's a kick-ass aluminum, all aluminum hull, like special custom boat. I get it, but damn, that's expensive. That's literally more than my house. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Rachel and I are like, man, how do we pay for it, and how much do we want to spend? Like, that's another thing, is like, if you want a decent boat, anywhere from like a 2002 to I would say 2010, maybe if you're lucky, you're looking at spending anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000. Do we really want to spend that much? Can we afford that much? Looking at payments and stuff, if you were to finance it like a car, you're looking at like a $600 a month payment. It's a big chunk of change just to bite off. And then on top of that cost, I mean, shit, you got, not only do you have the initial cost of the boat, then you have all the maintenance costs, which I've I've been reading about it. It's anywhere from, depending if you do the maintenance yourself, it could be anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500 a month. A year. Sorry, not a month, a year, which isn't too bad if you do, backtrack it into there. And then on top of that, you have to license the boat, taxes when you buy the boat, and then tags for the boat, you gotta license the boat, and then insure the boat. So those are all also big expenses when it comes to, the boating world. And then on top of that, the other major large expense is gas. And that's what we're trying to figure out right now. That's our main dilemma. That's a huge dilemma. We would love to start this hobby and then have this something that we can carry on to the kids, and when we have kids, which is another thing that we'll get into down the road. But when we have kids, we love to be able to show them the water sports. And then it comes to the fact, like, do we wait until do we have kids first, get through like the first 5 years, and then buy a boat so we can enjoy it? But then we're like, why would we do that? Because we really want to enjoy it now when we don't have kids, and then we can actually enjoy the boat for what it's worth. And then when we have kids, then we can, I don't know, there's just so much that goes into it. So where we're at right now is, I think we're gonna do it. Not sure what our budget really is. Like, we've kind of ballparked it between $30,000 and $50,000, but that's a big range. And then how much are we gonna put down on it, and how much are we gonna finance, if we're gonna finance it at all, and how are we gonna do the financing? We're exploring the two options of just regular financing with putting a pretty good down payment on, or doing a cash out refi and doing it through our house. We don't know yet. The things that really make me want to do it is this past weekend. This past weekend, I learned how to wake surf. Well, kind of. I got up on the board and I was able to carve some waves. I think you see right here. Yeah, I was carving. And then I was able to, be on the water and just experience the lake at a different level. I mean, I've been out to the lake, I've been paddleboarding, been kayaking, and it's kind of miserable when you compare it to the other water sports that are out there, like wakeboarding. I grew up being able to wakeboard like every summer because of my family. We had a cabin out on a lake in the middle of Nebraska, and we had a boat, and it was some of the best experiences I had when I was growing up. It was nice being able to experience that, and I'm very grateful for having those experiences. But now I like to, pass it on and just do it. So I think we're gonna do it. Should we do it? That's another thing I want to know. Like, hey, give me some comment. I need some feedback. I know a lot of people would say no. The common stigma behind a boat is like the best part about, or the best thing about owning a boat is like the day you buy it and the day you sell it. And I mean, if you don't maintain your boat and you don't keep up on it and do the regular maintenance that's you're supposed to do, and keep it wiped down and clean and keep it fresh, I can see where that would be the thing. And I was thinking about it, I was like, well, how it's the same thing when it comes to camper trailers, or it's the same thing that comes to off-road, those ATVs or RZRs or those Can-Ams. Those are all depreciating assets that people spend lots and lots of money on, and all they do, I mean, you have fun with them, right? So what's the difference between having a nice boat and having a nice camper trailer or a nice ATV? People, they're probably gonna argue and say, well, you can go off-road, you can do whatever, you can drive your I don't know. I really don't know what the difference is. In my mind, it's the same concept. It's just that boating, I think in my mind, is cooler, and it's a way to cool off in the summertime too. Let's be honest. If you're out in the middle of the desert on your RZR or Can-Am, is it really that awesome? You have to wear a dust mask, you have to wear goggles, and you gotta be all bundled up, and you're just driving through the hot deserts. Granted, I see people go down to the dunes and stuff, and I get it. But me personally, I would want to be the person that's driving 24/7, because that's just who I am. With a boat, Rachel would be able to drive, my brother would be able to drive, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it, and I can enjoy the boat for what it's worth, like surfing, wakeboarding, getting in the back of the canyons and exploring the canyons and stuff. That's, man, the more and more I talk to you about it right now, it really makes me want to just go buy a boat. And so yeah, I think we're gonna make it happen. I think I just convinced myself. Yeah. Anyway, so what are you guys' thoughts? Let's be honest. Would you, if you had the means, would you buy a boat? Or is it something that you are planning on? Is it a goal that you guys have? I think boating is a different world. It's a different aspect. If you haven't been around it, then I can get why you wouldn't want to be around it. But if you get on the water, if you get on that different perspective from viewing the lake from the inside out versus outside in, and by that I mean instead of driving by it, being on it, it's a whole different world. And I got some cool, I'm a photography geek, as you can tell, I like to videotape, but I got some sweet freaking pictures. And it's just, you couldn't get those without being on the lake. And I'm gonna get a drone too, so anyway. Yeah, so here's some examples of why I want to get a boat. I got some cool shots over the weekend of my homies doing some tricks and you know, getting up on the boards and things like that. So here's a quick little montage.
Coming in, flex, I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10 again, state your name, been dope on flame, I just switched the lanes, damn he did it again, I just flipped the pain, stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the Fit Lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it, I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming, coming in, flex, I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. Bitch, I'm active. If he never heard of been dope, he just napping. Jackson's off the rapping. Keep it on my body, bitch. I'm broke if you asking. Don't gotta sell the most.
Is that proof enough of why I should get a boat? To be able to do things like that and experience the lake like that? I think so. I think I'm gonna do it. Rich and I are gonna buy a boat. Now, when I do buy the boat, that'll be another great Truck Talk Tuesday. I have the truck too. That's another thing. If you don't have a thing to pull it with, I didn't even think about that. So another aspect is like, if I didn't have a truck Talk Tuesday, if I didn't have a truck, then I probably wouldn't be thinking about getting a boat as much as I am. But I have the means of towing a boat to the lake, taking it home, and I do have an RV gate where I can store my boat on the side of my house. So that eliminates storage fees and you know, different little aspects that might add into the monthly cost. So that's another reason why we're really considering doing this. And it's just another fun little avenue of hobby. I mean, we don't really have a ton of little hobbies out here other than hustling hard and you know, being the best realtors we can. It's kind of our hobby slash work. But you know, other than that, we want to be able to also take clients out on the boat, because I mean, you know, some clients don't even have the opportunity to go on a boat, and it'd be awesome for us to be able to provide them with that opportunity to go on a boat, go wakeboarding, go tubing, go skiing, go wake surfing. That's a new thing. I mean, it's been hot for a while, but like, it's my first time doing it, and I was pretty impressed. So anyway, yeah, that's my Truck Talk Tuesday dilemma. I think we're gonna buy it. I think I just talked myself into it. Thanks for helping me talk myself into it, peeps. All right, well, that's all I got. So, like I said before, if you're new to the channel, whoa, that was a close one. That was a close one. Woohoo, that guy was about got tagged. Anyway, back to what I said. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe. If you want to get notifications when I do more videos, hit the little bell to get the notification. And until next time, peeps, we out. So, yeah, see you next Tuesday. Boo! Coming in, flex, I just wanna win,